distinguished guests, emotional parents, aunts and uncles who cannot believe Syracuse is still this cold, and people who accidentally wandered in here thinking there was a basketball game. Welcome. Class of 2016, we have navigated many different obstacles to get here. But since we got here, I'd like to point out one obstacle we all navigated together. During our time at Syracuse University, we have trekked through 485 inches of snow. That's nearly 40 feet of snow in 4 years. 40 feet of snow in 4 years means the one thing we all have in common is that we have fallen down and gotten back up a lot. Freshman year, I lived in BBB. It was the first day of spring semester classes, and I took the law building stairs home. I landed on an icy step and became a human superball, bouncing down the stairs. A nice guy at the bottom looked over me, helping me up as I simultaneously laughed and cried. He asked if I was okay and said quite seriously, "Pay attention to where you step." So, class of 2016, where were you the first time the Syracuse weather took you down? And do you remember who helped you back up? I've seen many of you fall. On the slushy floor in Byrd Library, down East Adams Hill during sorority recruitment, outside Chuck's, and for some strange reason, inside Chuck's. I have seen some graceful falls where people do a half split, and then from the window at the Daily Orange, I would watch as some of you plummeted down the brick hill on Clarendon Street. The falls are all different, but the scene afterward is almost always the same. Someone helps you up. Maybe it's your friend, or a complete stranger, or yourself. You laugh, then you pay attention to where you step. You move a bit lighter. I have to thank Physical Plant for working so hard to ensure our safety. They're the incredibly dedicated staff in charge of snow removal and salting. You do an outstanding job. But I also have to thank you for bolstering my metaphor, because no matter how fancy your snowplow, no matter how much salt you throw on our path, we're still going to fall. Over the last 4 years, I've come to understand a few things about life from watching all of us fall down and get back up. I've come to understand that we learn to appreciate the people who are most valuable to us when we fall, the people who help us back up, and those who will do almost anything to keep us from falling again. I've also come to understand that how you get back up is important. It's all about the recovery, as we've seen watching our men's and women's basketball teams. When you fall, you become a bit less afraid of it happening again, because you know you will get back up. Over the last 4 years, after my freshman year wipeout, I fell a few more times. I fell in love with the dust-sweet smell of old newspaper in the Daily Orange house. I fell in love with this campus while looking up at the tolling Setner School of Music in a snowstorm. I fell in love with my majors. Mostly, though, I fell in love with all of you, all of the people here who kept helping me back up. Most of us will now begin to move away from Syracuse. Our days of trudging through 40 feet of snow may be over, but we will continue to fall. Sometimes it will be quick, sometimes embarrassing, and sometimes even dangerous. But we have to get back up. We get back up because we have gotten up before. We keep going because our family, our friends, and Syracuse University have given us the emotional, intellectual, and spiritual resources to get back up. Class of 2016, congratulations, and pay attention to where you step.